of the Fan.
Track, wall, two-run homer Riley. He is launching baseballs all over the place. Look at Demeritte flying around second on his way to third. Wash is going to wave him. Relay throw. He's safe. Demeritte circles the wagons. That ball's got a chance. That ball is gone. And he unloads again into the bullpen. The Braves' bats were booming with 4 homers last night. Tonight, it's Game 2. Ronald returns as the Braves, with hometown kid Bryce Elder on the mound, seek their second straight series win. It's swung on and belted time in Arlington next on Bally Sports. It's another beautiful day for baseball in Arlington, Texas. And as always, Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Yes, the roof is open here at Globe Life Field, and the Braves are relishing that. 4 homers last night in a Game 1 win. Plenty of smiling faces for the Bravos, who look to get back to 500 with a series win and a victory tonight. Hi again, everybody. Chip and Jeff, great to be back with you. Partner is bombs away for the Braves last night. 4 homers, and Austin Riley in particular continuing his torrid pace.
Telling you what, this bat just keeps coming along better and better, and the ball is getting loud off the bat, and he continues to rake. Look, 7 of his last 8 hits for extra bases since he got the baby. The dad pop, there it is, but this is a guy who's hitting the ball to all parts of the field, not only for damage, but also getting on base, scoring runs, and of course playing outstanding defense at third. So far, the MVP for this team.
He's been very impressive, Kelly Kroll, not just for us, not just for Braves country, but for his new teammates too, we understand, right?
Certainly, Matt Olson hitting in front of him told me, you know, this guy is an incredible hitter, and I am seeing that night in and night out. And I've played with some really great, talented hitters. You guys look at this series right here. Of course, you got Marcus Semien for one, and Matt Chapman, and then there was Chris Davis we could throw into the mix as well. And he goes, he is right up there with those guys. But what separates him, he said, the consistent at-bats all the time and that pop, the power. He said that is unbelievable. He is very polished at such a young age and a very tough out. But you, I know, make light of it, Frenchie, in dad pop, but just talking to Austin this afternoon, he goes, there really is something to holding Ethan right in my arm for 2 to 3 hours. He goes, my biceps, they get quite a workout, so don't joke. There may be something to that. He continues to work out with the new one at home.
100%. I'm telling you, it's showing up on the field for him, so whatever he's doing, keep doing it.
Well, we're told in Arlington, Texas, when the roof is open, the ball will be flying. Hopefully that continues. Ronald Acuna Jr. back in the lineup as the Braves DH. Bryce Elder, a local boy. Hopefully he makes good in Game 2. The Braves go for a series win in Texas next. Is belted by Acuna. It's gone! A majestic home run, grand slam. That ball is into the upper deck. Way up into the seat. Long home run and a rocket. A rifle shot. It's walloped to right. Crushed to left. How far up the bleachers is that going? It's way out of here. It's a no-doubter. He admires that one, and he does it again. That ball is into the upper deck. 99th career homer. Braves country, the kid is back. And Braves country, the kid's back in the lineup for Game 2 against the Rangers. We welcome you back to Globe Life Field, where the Braves try to win the series outright for Brian Snitker. Wrap up the month of April and get back to 500. Always great to see Ronald batting first on the Toyota starting 9. Travis Demeritte made some history here last night. First inside the park homer in the Rangers' new home. And Ronald Acuna Jr., Jeff, with 23 career leadoff homers, gets a big ovation as he stands in against Dane Dunning.
A lot of home fans here in Texas for the Braves. Dane Dunning likes to keep the ball on the ground. They say if he can do that, tends to get a lot of outs. Has struggled in the first inning, though. Has had trouble getting out of this first inning. And we talked about it last night. We know the struggles the Rangers have had in the first inning.
First pitch to Ronald is in for a strike, and we are underway. We will see how this park plays with the roof open. It's a perfect night, 84 degrees. Winds out of the north at 9 miles an hour. Everything we have heard is that this is an airport. When The roof is open, and boy, what a difference in the ballpark. Beautiful last night, Jeff, even more so in the bright sunshine at first pitch.
Well, remember, we were told last night that the ball didn't travel as well. Well, the Braves seem to have no problem hitting home runs last night, so hopefully tonight they might even go farther. But yeah, I would think with this open air, it will travel better.
2 quick strikes for Ronald, and he doesn't offer it a breaking ball. Dunning 0-1, a 4.91 ERA, 5th start for him, originally a #1 pick of the Nationals. On to the White Sox, now in Texas. And strike 3 over the outside corner. Acuna's caught looking, and that's out #1. Fort Keys tonight as the Braves try to win the series outright.
Well, we talked about last night, the 4 home runs. It's a powerful lineup. The roof's open. Let's get some more long balls, get a good lead. And for Bryce Elder tonight, pitch to contact. 6 walks last time. Your ground ball pitcher. We saw last night how many outs the infield got. Do the same tonight. Let your defense play. And for him, he's at home in front of his family.
Matt Olson, the batter, 1 for 5 in the series, and didn't get that. Olson's is the only man in tonight's lineup for the Braves that has seen Dunning before. Last year while with Oakland, he's 0 for 1. Against Dane outside, and that evens up the count. Braves struck out 13 times last night. A lot of contact, but also a lot of swing and miss. See if a little more contact can be made in game 2 this evening. As that's fouled away, it's 1-2 on a changeup. In a rough road for Dunning. Acquired from the White Sox for Lance Lynn. He has not won a big league game since August 13th of 2021. That's 11 games. He's trying to make it 12 here tonight. Pitch. And foul back into a big crowd tonight on a gorgeous Saturday. And as Jeff said, there is a huge contingent of Braves fans here to see the reigning world champions in their own visit to Arlington.
There were a lot last night. I think there's more tonight than there was last night. Pretty full tonight, too.
Park holds a little over 40,000. Not a sellout, but they're well over 30 tonight. As Dunning ready, working quickly. The pitch is strike 3 call. Braves are taking a lot of third strikes. 2 up, 2 down.
You see, I think 7 times yesterday looking in that game, and tonight already 2 times.
So last night, Austin Riley with 2 outs put the Braves in front with a long home run. As you saw in the opening graphic, 7 of Austin's last 8 hits have been for extra bases. He is on some kind of tear and takes another strike. Riley at 282, 6 homers for the year, 12 runs batted in. No shadows to speak of at 6:10 local time. The sunshine above the field of play and right. So good hitter's background, you'd figure, for Riley and company. But Dunning throwing a bucket full of strikes to start. The 1-2 is fouled off his knuckles. We'll try again.
Let's take a look of those 8 hits, 7 extra base hits chipped on our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud for Austin Riley since he became a proud papa. Yes, 4 home runs, 3 doubles. Look at those ones to left center. Moonshots.
Dunning just struck out the side in a perfect 1-2-3 first. That was impressive. Hometown kid Bryce Elder goes to work. No score. Dane Dunning struck out the side in his perfect first inning. Let's see if Bryce Elder can turn that trick against Chris Woodward slumping Texas Rangers, who've dropped 5 of their last 6 games and are 6-14 on the year. They've made some changes. Zach Rex, Nick Solak, Sam Huff, a different looking bottom third of the order. And you know, Jeff, this has to be a thrill for Bryce tonight.
Man, you talk about a great time to be in the big leagues. Braves don't come to Texas much, and here in his 4th career start, Bryce Elder's pitching in front of his family. And Fran's got last time 6 walks, has to limit the walks, but he was able to pitch out of it, kind of like we see in Ian Anderson sometimes. But I think tonight, Chip, just make it simple on yourself. Pitch to contact, ground ball pitcher, and hopefully he can have a good start here at home.
He'll face Nathaniel Lowe, who's batting leadoff for the first time in his big league career. And one pitch. There's the ground ball to Ozzie. Good start. You can almost hear all of Decatur, Texas cheering that outcome. Population of a little over 6,000 folks. And they are here in force tonight. One pitch, 1 out for Elder here in the first inning.
You can't start much better than that.
Here's Marcus Semien. He was 1 for 3 last night. Just 2 hits in his last 19 trips. I think you made an excellent point. Keep it simple. Elder's pitches were moving so much in his last start. He just couldn't command the zone. So adjust that on the fly. But 20 base runners, 11 walks in 9 innings. That's, as he said himself, not a recipe for success.
No, he's made pitches, but
that's popped up right side. Olsen in foul ground. First base coaching box. Quickly 2 out.
it's like anything, Chip. You continue to do that, at some point someone's going to come up with a big hit. Much better start tonight. 2 outs on 4 pitches. Kind of like we saw Ian Anderson last night get off to a great start. He had, what, 2 outs on 3 pitches.
So here's Seager. He homered last night. He's homered in back-to-back games. And has 3 of those on the year. 256 average for the former Dodger. And he wails away, and that's out of play off to the left. Love the throwback unis for the Rangers. These were their togs in 1972 when they moved from Washington, where they were the second version of the Senators. The first version became the Minnesota Twins. Atlanta shifts. Seager quickly behind, 0-2. And here she comes. One thing I love about Bryce, he has tremendous mound presence. He looks to have a very, very steady heartbeat, even when things may not be going well with traffic. As this ball is hammered down the line, Seager has hit a home run with 2 strikes. A cutter that didn't cut. So he's homered in 3 straight games, and Texas strikes first in the first. It's 1-0.
Well, I don't know what it is about Corey Seager, but he sees a Braves uniform and hits home runs. Here's a pitch, as you said, did not do a whole lot, kind of just crept back over the middle of the plate, and Seager turns on it right down the line. That thing got out of here in a hurry.
So the first Rangers shortstop since former Brave Elvis Andrus for Texas to homer in 3 straight games. And here's Adolis Garcia. Garcia homered last night. 406 feet for the Seager homer, no doubter. And Texas leads 1-0. And you're right. Seager just tore up the Braves in the NLCS a couple of years ago, and he's tormented them in this series. Braves back out of their shift with 2 strikes. And a check swing will end the inning. Texas strikes first. The Seager homer Atlanta goes to work in the second inning. Ozuna, Albies, and d'Arnaud. Nice moment for Bryce Elder. A strikeout in his home park. 1-0 Rangers. We go to the second inning. Texas 1, Braves 0. The heart of the order coming up against Dane Dunning, who had a terrific start with 3 straight strikeouts. Now he enjoys a 1-0 lead, and Marcell Ozuna set to lead off. Marcel's off to a nice start. 4 homers, 10 RBIs for him.
And so far, Dunning's coming out throwing strikes.
As I said, this guy was a #1 pick. So the Nationals saw an awful lot in him. He's been traded for 2 really good players, Adam Eaton and Lance Lynn. And he's given up 3 or fewer runs in all 4 of his previous starts, and enters play tonight with a 0-1 record. Just a bit off the plate. It's 2-1. Mid-90s fastball, 91-mile-an-hour sinker. He's thrown a couple of change-ups too. And Marcell trying to slow him down just a bit. The pitch.
Both these guys are actually kind of similar as far as what they throw tonight. Neither are mid-90s, high 90s fastball type guys. Both trying to get swings on the corners, get ground balls. Although Dunning has struck out the first 3 hitters.
And now 4. Got to make a little more consistent contact. 13 strikeouts last night. The Braves' first 4 hitters have been rung up. And now Ozzie Albies the batter.
It's a pretty good slider from Dunning on that pitch.
Ozzie's been on base in 18 of his first 21 games. Now batting 5th with Acuna back. And that moves his feet. 1 ball, no strikes. There's some contact, but it's right to first. And an easy play for Lowe for out number 2 in the inning. And now Travis d'Arnaud will dig in. He rides a 7-game hit streak for the Braves. Jeff, 3 doubles among his last 11 hits.
And Travis off to a great start this year. Again, I think he just looks healthy to me, Chip. Last year, you know, really until the playoffs, he just never could get it clicked and get it going. And again, he looks right out of spring training this year, looks really healthy. I think it's key again. Contreras last night, he'll get the start tomorrow again with the day game. It's giving d'Arnaud a chance to rest and stay healthy, stay fresh. But I felt like at times last year he really had to shoulder the load last year.
Travis missed half the season with that torn thumb ligament suffered against the Rays in Dunedin, Florida. The pitch. Paints a corner.
That's, you know, when he came back from that, it just, his timing never got, you felt right, but he clicked during playoff time last year. Great postseason.
And Dunning remains perfect. He has struck out 5 of the first 6 Braves hitters. 1-0 Texas in game 2.
Bryce Elder back on the mound. Of course, a product of the University of Texas and Decatur, Texas, right up the road, 45 minutes away. He has been looking forward to this start in his home state for quite some time. And my understanding is they are filling up upwards of 3 sections here tonight. And he said, here's a great example of the kind of support I'm getting. My mom is still a teacher back home where we're from. And in that school system, they had a baseball game last night that was canceled due to weather, and he said, you know, the opposing team wanted to reschedule, and my mom very quickly said, no, that's not possible. See, it's Bryce Elder Day tomorrow. In our town, the 2 towns surrounding us, we will all be going to Globe Life Field to watch my son pitch. Gentlemen, I know that we are going to hear them. He got a nice applause when he took the mound there in the first, but I know he's looking to have a nice outing here in front of, he guessed upwards of what could be 500. Now, he didn't leave that many tickets, Frenchie, which I know you understand. But mom and friends and family, of course, are all taken care of.
Agreed. He left 500 tickets. He's playing this whole road trip for free.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
No. So, but the fact that that town embraces him and to come here, like I said, I mean, we don't come here much, and for this to be his 4th start and be able to pitch here, that's fantastic.
Decatur, Texas, 6432, the population. And I'll bet half of them are here tonight, part of this gigantic crowd in Arlington. The hometown kid down a run on the Corey Seager 2-strike 2-out homer in the first inning. This is Cole Calhoun, and he pokes one toward right, and that's going to chase Travis Demeritte to the warning track. Look at that ball carry. That wasn't hit very well, but it carried out to within 2 steps of the wall. 1 out.
No, he got him out front, but Calhoun did get enough wood on this to really kind of give it a ride. One thing, talking to Travis down there before the game, he said is kind of nice because you really can play deep here. Just because of how big it is, you've got to make sure you keep the ball in front of you.
Andy Ibanez, the hitter. He was 2 for 3 last night. And that misses high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. A rare first inning run for the Rangers. The difference in the game. I love the pace that both these guys are working with tonight. No need for a pitch clock with either one of these kids. That's on the ground. Riley off his glove. Tough break for him. That trickles into left, and Ibanez will hang on at first base. Talked with Austin Riley about this infield before the game. He said it's very fast, not just fast, faster than Truist Park. And it's a hard infield surface, he said, and that might have shown there.
I mean, you can see how quick that ball gets to him, and even if he doesn't get that, Dansby no chance to throw him out. As I've said, just playing all those years, seeing games at different parks, definitely one of the fastest playing surfaces I've seen or can remember.
This is Zach Rex with a man aboard, and a ground ball hit toward Dansby. He will apply the tag. And Ibanez is out quickly for the 2nd out. Rex aboard on the force play.
Man, you got to love it. First pitch swings like this, first pitch outs.
No chance for the double play once Dansby tried to chase him down.
No, it's smart. I mean, in the shift, you never had a chance. Make sure you get the out.
So Nick Solak, the DH, will be the batter. We saw Nick late in the game last night. 3 RBIs, 2 homers.
Yes. Oh.
No swing. For the 27-year-old Ranger, Nick Solak, originally a Yankees 2nd-round pick. Two-0 pitch. And that missed. Ball 3, a sinker that missed. Sam Huff would be next. Short lead, the pitch. Paints corner. 3 balls into strike. Solak in 2019 had 56 hits. That was more than any other major league rookie player. They can use a little more production like that as they have struggled to score. And there's the first walk from Bryce Elder tonight. It prolongs the inning for Huff. Huff just up from AAA with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. See if Elder can get out of this second inning mess with 2 outs. And that's a good way to start. Right there, strike 1.
And sometimes it's good like that when you kind of missing with your sinker down. Start off with a slider, something to get you back into the count, ahead of the count.
Now he's way ahead. It's 0-2. Elder around the plate a lot more here in the first 2 innings. 26 pitches, 18 strikes. He's allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And the Corey Seager homer, the only tally in the game at this point. The pitch is hammered into left field, a base hit. Here comes Rex around third. They're going to wave him home. And the Rangers have runners at second and third. Another run scoring hit on an 0-2 count, and Sam Huff back in the show makes it a 2-0 game.
That's just a mistake. 0-2, Chip trying to go away, and that thing backs up right over the plate. And then Marcell here, this is where you got to come up and fire to third quick. See how he kind of froze, and the runner kind of
challenging
deked him a little bit.
The safe call at third.
Did the runner come off the bag right there, and is Riley tagging him? Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to be out for sure. Which is a big break for the Braves here, because if you can end this inning and get out of here.
He's safe there, but Riley kept the tag on. That's what they teach you in the minor leagues. Right there. Yeah. Hand came off the bag.
I love this when everybody sees it and the whole outfield starts walking in already.
Darno, heads up play while this review continues. He's going to keep Elder loosened up, let him throw a few warm-up pitches.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out at third, and the run scores. Atlanta retains their challenge.
Look right here, Chris Woodward. He's going to try to argue that he basically was pulled off the base, but I disagree. I think his momentum carried him. He's trying to say Austin might have picked that hand up. And I understand what he's trying to say. But I think if you look back, that momentum carried him off.
So it's 2-0 Texas. We go to the Atlanta third. Chris Woodward came out, argued to no avail. He thought that Riley did indeed pull his base runner's hand off the base. But the call will be overturned. It's a 7-5 put out of Nick Solak at third base. That gets the Braves out of a jam, and it's a 2-0 game.
Yeah, Rangers manager Chris Woodward, he was working the umpires there between the inning for a good minute and a half. But again, to no avail. It was, like I said, he came in so hard that you could tell his body carried the momentum.
Well, we got to make some contact now, partner. 5 of the first 6 Braves hitters have struck out in the game, and Dunning leads by a 2-0 score. I'm sure somewhere Kent Hrbek appreciated that play by Riley at third base.
Oh, yeah. That was a cheating play back in '91.
1-0 count, and Duvall almost got nailed.
But that was went up the first time I met him in Minnesota. I told him, I said, "You cheated, just so you know."
And his reaction was,
"I got a ring."
Well, so do the Braves, and ours is bigger, as someone close to us said. 2 balls, no strikes, and in at the knees for Duvall. Who's leading off the Atlanta third? Duvall, Demeritte, and Dansby. It's 2-0 Texas. 2-run scoring hits on 0-2 counts. Broken bat, slow roller left side. Glove grab, gone, and got him by a step. Nice play at third by Ibanez. And here's Travis Demeritte, who made some history last night. He's also making history, Jeff, as our Synovus get their feature of the game.
You see 6 games this season. He's hit 400 on fastballs, and he's barreled 3 of them. He only had 5 barrels in his previous 66 career MLB games. And of course, average sprint speed 27.9, which is in the top 77 percentile. We saw that last night here.
He was flying.
Yep.
And he hits here with 1 out. He takes a strike.
Told me today when he got to second and looked and saw where Garcia was and where the ball was, he said, I got a chance.
And Ron Washington, on his 70th birthday, was more than happy to wave him home. That's down the right field line, curling away and into the corner. That's down for a hit. That ball will ricochet at the 326 side, and Demeritte continues his great work. That's the first Braves hit of the game. It comes with 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
And what I love for Travis right now, not trying to pull everything. He's pulled a bunch of balls we've seen, but he is using line to line. Last night to center field, the ball that was hit hard, this one sees it deep and shoots it down the right field line.
So there goes the no-hitter for Dunning. Let's see how he does out of the stretch.
Look, with Rosario out right now, someone is going to get these plate appearances, and right now Travis is making a case for that to be him.
8 hits and 19 at bats. And now for Swanson, huge hole right side. If he can poke a ball through there, the Braves will get a run back. And a good off-speed pitch. A slider. It's 0-1. First chance tonight for the Braves with a runner in scoring position. This has been an area where they've had some trouble. They're hitting .215 with runners at second and third as a club. Swanson will try to improve that as he seeks his 8th run batted in. He's got a 4-game hit streak, so maybe right guy at the right time. Pitch is pulled to the left side. And the toss across is perfect. Ibanez takes care of Swanson. 2 outs. So 3 ground ball outs, 5 strikeouts for Dunning so far, and now it'll take a 2-out hit. And Ronald Acuna Jr. is coming up.
Well, this would be the perfect time for his first RBI of the year.
So we enter the lineup for the 2nd time. All the Braves hitters ought to have a much better idea of what Dunning is featuring. Acuna took strike 3 to open the game. check swing. Flair over first. It's a base hit. Here comes Travis. He'll fly around and score. And the Braves get a huge break and their first run. It's a 2-1 game. A check swing single, an RBI for Ronald Acuna Jr.
Second time we've seen that. Remember, Austin Riley did that at Dodger Stadium. And now here Ronald trying to stop his swing on a slider, and watch this. Just over the head. And Ronald with a single and his first RBI of the year.
So Nathaniel had him played too low as the Texas first baseman.
Well done.
And now Matt Olson. One swing could put the Braves in front. Acuna, as you know, a threat to steal. He's got 2 swipes already and has a good lead. Matt ready. Dunning is 2. The 1-0 pitch. Good eye. That's in a bit of a quiet spell at the plate. 5 hits in his last 36 trips. An infield hit here last night.
And hit that ball hard to center last night. So hopefully a sign of him getting out of his little mini slump.
6 homers career-wise in this ballpark, but as you know, when Matt's right, he's not afraid to take ball 4. He's been on base a ton. 39 times this season in the first 21 games for the Braves. So he's way ahead in the count, 3-0. They turned him loose and he fouled it back.
Separate some of the real good players when they're scuffling. Chipper was so good at this. Freddie we saw for years. You know, instead of an 0 for 4 and 0 for 2 with 2 walks, you're still doing something productive. You might be scoring a run. Might not be feeling great at the plate, but you're such a threat that you're still taking your walks. And that's what Matt's done too.
Austin Riley would be next. Olson hits with 2 outs. A run is in for the Braves. 2-1 game.
A lot of times 3-1 might see Ronald go. Like anything, just coming back right here might still play it a little bit on the safe side.
Another step on that lead at first. And back standing.
Well, we saw him steal a base his first night, if you remember.
Yep.
Thursday night versus Cubs back in Atlanta. That's right, he had 2. One on the back end of a double steal.
Not going, and a strike inside corner. Olson wasn't sure about that. Well, he's running now. It's 3-2.
You would hope.
Outfield very deep. Shift on for Matt. Big crowd into this game in the 3rd inning. A Demeritte double and Acuna single as the Braves on the board. There he goes. The pitch is sharply hit, but into the shift. And the peg to first in plenty of time, and that'll take care of the Braves in the 3rd inning. The Braves get a 2-out hit, a check swing, but boy, they all count, and Atlanta has cut the Texas lead in half. First RBI for Ronald this year, first of many. 2-1 game after 2.5. Two-1 game, roof open here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Bryce Elder's got one of those 2 Rangers runs back. It's a 1-run game. He'll go through the order for a second time. Lowe, Semien, and Seager for the Rangers. Bryce's parents looking on with this big crowd. Decatur, Texas, 40 some odd miles away from the ballpark here. What a thrill for him. High ball 2. Lowe, the 4th different Ranger to bat leadoff this season. They are trying to find anything that works offensively, as Texas has lost 4 straight and 5 of 6. Worst April record in the history of the franchise. They're 6-14. And they found the mark. It's 3-1. 1 walk for Bryce, 1 strikeout in his first 2 innings. And he's battled back for a full count. Atlanta shifts for the Texas leadoff man, Nathaniel Lowe. And this one lifted to the left side. That'll slice into the seats and out of play. Amazing stat on the Rangers. It seems over the last decade or so, the magic number to win a game is get to 4 runs. You get 4 runs, you feel like you have a good shot. For Texas, if they don't score 5 runs, they're 1-12. That's hit softly toward left. It'll carry out to Marcel. No trouble for him. There's out number 1. That puts a lot of pressure on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Good job coming back right there after being behind. But I think a lot of it too in the last 10 years. I left here in 10.
Yeah, it's no question. That was a huge offensive loss. They really haven't made up for it. Even spending $500 million with Semien and Seager hasn't made up for what you brought this club.
You're right.
As Semien stands in. And everywhere we go in Arlington, Texas, they say, boy, the Rangers wouldn't have won the West without Jeff Francoeur 12 years ago. The pitch. But did you enjoy playing here?
It was a great place. It was a fun time. Wash was here, and we've talked a lot about it. Great fans. Came up short versus the Giants. But to play in one, when you grow up, that's the ultimate goal. And I think that's why we all had so much fun last year covering this team the last 2 months and seeing, the stretch run. That's why you play this game. Yes, you make a good living doing it, but as we always talk about, when you're in the backyard, what do you want to do? You want to be in the World Series.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 15 games for Jeff Francoeur as a Texas Rangers. .340 average.
Yeah.
2 homers, 10 RBIs. So yeah,
not bad.
You earned your keep.
I liked it here. Wash was a lot of fun to play for too.
Can't imagine that. Pitch is to Riley. Nice play. Knocked it down. Scrambles and fires. Great play at third to get a fast runner in Marcus Semien. Austin Riley does it again. 2 outs.
Well, what you love too is just watch when this ball gets down. Instead of trying to hurry to it, he knows I got time. Takes his time. Doesn't hurry the throw. Gets it off the end of the bat, but it's kind of an in-between hop. See this? Takes his time and throws good instead of hurrying it up, knowing he has time. Great play.
Chipper's watching the game. He'd probably love that play from Austin Riley. We were talking to Chipper about when he felt he made the next step in his major league career. He said when the game slowed down.
Yep. 100%.
It looks like it's done that for Riley right now, as that's in the dirt to Corey Seager.
And the great ones like Chipper and how Austin Riley's starting to, it's when it can slow down a lot for it. Look, everybody's going to get hot at some point and the game will slow down. It's when for 4 or 5 months out of 6 it slows down for you. That's when you're really taking it to the next level, and that's what Austin's been able to do. That was a nice recovery here for Bryce Elder too, getting behind 3-0 with the top of the lineup. Your team just gets you a run back. It's important to put a 0 up and get him in there.
And he should have a clean inning. There's the perfect peg. Nice comeback for Elder. 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd inning. And Austin Riley set to go in the 4th. The Elders enjoying game 2 in Texas. 2-1 your score. Fourth inning, Braves down a run. 2-1 is your score. Time to find out who's hot. Jeff, it's brought to you by Texas Pete.
Well, it's full season, 162 since last April 23rd. Austin Riley leads the NL in RBI since that time. It's really kind of that time, the first 3.5 weeks. Remember, he struggled a bit and then got hot. He's tied for third with most hits in MLB over that span with 188.
And over his last 75 games or so, Jeff, including the playoffs, just 3 errors.
Yep.
And he's already made a terrific play tonight at the hot corner. See if the Braves are getting better looks at Dunning now. Second time through their order. Riley, Ozuna, and Albies. Dunning struck out 5 of the first 6 Braves hitters. Acuna's RBI hit in the third, the first Braves run. And Riley behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jammed him. Little tapper in front of the plate, and the peg to first in plenty of time. That was easy for Huff. And Austin Riley's retired for out number 1. Here's Marcel. He struck out his first time. Five ground outs, 5 strikeouts for Dunning. That's what we were told. He gets the ball on the ground like Elder does. One ball, no strikes. And frankly, the Rangers need a good start. Their starters have won 1 game out of their first 20.
And Dunning, 5 strikeouts, 5 ground balls tonight. He's not had a fly ball out yet.
The ball was tipped by Ozuna on the way by. 0-1 the count. And that one fouled at the plate. He is changing speeds really effectively.
I think a lot of difference in what the Braves saw last night. Braves saw a lot of high velocity last night. Tonight, see him kind of taking some off and throwing that slider low and away to a lot of these righties.
One ball, 2 strikes. Again, Dunning has not won in his last 11 games. But he's also been very stingy. As we said, 3 earned runs allowed in all 4 of his starts. He's given up just 1 run through 3 innings tonight. At the plate, but was low. Good take. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Ozuna swings and misses. That's 6 strikeouts for the Braves in the game, and just like that, 2 are out.
Let's take a quick message from Landmark.
Hi friends, I'm Chip Carey, in between innings for Landmark More. Landmark's hit it out of the park every day. That's why they're number 1, because nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Ozzie Albies was the first Brave to make contact tonight. He bounced out to low at first. And a big swing and a miss for him. Cutter, sinker, slider, fastball. That's what Dunning is featuring tonight. There's a changeup at 86 for show and an even count. Dunning and Huff can't get together on the next pitch. Here we go. And it's whacked toward Seager at short, who is playing in the shift. And that'll retire Ozzie and the Braves in the 4th inning. Still Rangers in front. 2-1 your score. For the bottom of the 4th inning, the 4, 5, 6 hitters are coming up. Let's check out our Georgia Natural Gas impact players. How about this Braves rotation, partner?
It's starting to come together. We talked about it the other day. Through the first 5 games, they were 5.81 ERA, and now obviously a lot better job. 3 earned runs or fewer in 8 of the last 9 games. 5 of those quality starts. Starting to shape up every 5 days.
Yeah, Miller's doing a nice job tonight in his 4th big league game. As you said, nice rebound from a 3-0 count to get low, and a 1-2-3 Texas third. Now he's got Garcia, Calhoun, and Ibanez for the 2nd time. And this one hit in the air to center. A lazy fly ball handled by Adam Duvall. That's out number 1. So Kelly, walks have been a problem for Bryce in his first handful of starts. What's he been working on of late?
Yeah, that's certainly something he said. He went into a side session this week and he said, you know, I felt like I had good control last time out, but something Darno kind of pointed out to him is you don't have to be that fine. You don't have to be that perfect. Let your defense go to work for you. And he goes, that's something I'm trying to do while I'm up here is really let them go to work behind me. And I think we've seen that a little bit here tonight. So probably feeling like he's made a good step in the right direction. But guys, I know we saw his family earlier, and one of the parts of the story I wanted to toss back up to you, Frenchie, is that the one thing he wanted to do when he got back here to Texas was he had to go to breakfast with grandma. He's like, that was something I enjoyed every week when I was home. And he goes, I had to do that when I got back here. When you weren't playing in Atlanta, what was the one thing you had to do when you got back home?
Oh, Chick-fil-A. Had to go to Chick-fil-A.
Why did I? Should have known that.
100%. You know, and now Chick-fil-A is obviously a lot more common everywhere. But like when I was with the Mets, there were no Chick-fil-A's up in New York.
Oh, that's right.
So when we came to Atlanta, it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
2 balls, no strikes for Cole Calhoun, and that's high. 3-0 your count. It's funny how superstitious you guys are. You get a 3-hit game, try to have the same meal the next day.
Absolutely.
Right? Shift on the pitch, and he green lighted him. Good cut.
Ball 4 too.
Yep. Mind made up and didn't get it. A little bit of dappled sunshine on the infield now as Elder goes to work the pitch. Into the shift. A rocket right at Ozzie. Again, Jeff, he falls behind 3-0, but gets a ground ball out.
And that's where, to me, great job by Bryce Elder. But on the other side, Cole Calhoun, you're struggling. You're hitting the .170. You get 3-0. It's ball 4. You know, no outs, and you swing at a ball, and then you end up, obviously you hit that pretty hard, but you got a ground ball out.
Is this the try to do too much, the whole offense is struggling syndrome?
Absolutely, and that's the whole thing. You know, as a offense, you kind of got to buy into the philosophy, whatever it is at that point. And it's okay to be aggressive. We saw, you know, Contreras last night on a 3-0 count go. At the same time, your team's up 3-4-1. It's a little bit different. It's a 2-1 ball game. You need base runners. Good break for the Braves.
Andy Ibanez, the batter. Well, to illustrate your point, during this 4-game losing streak, Texas has scored 9 runs. They've got 2 tonight. Right now, that's been enough. And I don't think anybody expected a club that had Seager and Semien in the middle of their lineup to be struggling so mightily at the plate.
And it's like I said, I'm not trying to knock Calhoun because other guys have done it too, but when you're hitting 350 with 8 home runs, you have a little more leniency to me to take that hack.
Another 3-0 count.
Two times already we've seen him go to 3-0 and come back now and get the batter. So it was a nice strike to get back in the count.
Now it's 3-2. This kid just keeps making pitches. Let's see if he can put together back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Elder nods yes. Here we go. And he lost in ball 4. So to illustrate your point, you can't predict the future obviously, but had Calhoun taken a walk, you might have 2 guys on now with 1 out.
Yep.
So here's Zach Rex. Rex is 0 for 11 in his major league career. The Rangers acquired him from the Dodgers organization in a cash transaction. He has scored a run, however, tonight, and that's the difference in the game. Runner goes. Good jump. Pitch a strike. Throw to second. Not. And an easy steal for Andy Ibanez, his 2nd of the year.
Man, you could tell at the corner of my eye looking down there, you could see him shuffling almost before Bryce Elder even went to the mound. Look at that. Got a great jump, and d'Arnaud never even had a chance to get that ball to throw him out.
Rex, a young man from the SEC, played at Kentucky. That's sharply hit into right. Demerit's not going to get that. And the stolen base will lead to a run. That's the first big league hit for Zach Rex. Look at that reaction. It's a long time coming. And it's an RBI single. And the Rangers extend the lead.
Kind of a slider that didn't do much. Pulled the hands in nicely, and that's where the walk, the stolen base. What a paying off for the Rangers.
Yeah, what a rewarding moment for him. First hit as a major leaguer.
And to get an RBI on it.
So the 2-out walk hurts, as did the stolen base. Now Nick Solak bats, and Rex takes off. And that throw will skip in, and they got him. A turf hop into the glove of Ozzie Albies. That guns down Zach Rex and ends the Texas 4th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. Don't know if the Rangers will challenge this or not. Looks like they won't. Perfect throw from d'Arnaud ends the further threat. We go to the 5th. The pressure feature. Nice throw by Travis d'Arnaud to get the Braves out of a Texas 4th inning.
You see the Braves catching combination this year hitting 282. A lot of that is Travis d'Arnaud. 2nd most hits among MLB catchers behind JT Realmuto. They rank top 4 in MLB in all those categories, in average OPS, extra base hits, and RBIs.
Yeah. William Contreras helped the cause too.
2 home runs last night will help.
With a big game, so d'Arnaud leads off the 5th inning already. The Rangers have extended the lead, and for Dunning, it's strike after strike. 55 pitches, 37 have found the mark. He's got 6 strikeouts in the game. Off his thumb, slowly hit towards Seager. Catcher running. He'll have time to make the play. And another ground ball out. 1 away in the Atlanta 5th.
He's getting a lot of those jam jobs on those 2-seamer because he's been majority of pitches slider away, gets him leaning a little bit, and then he's able to run that 2-seamer in on the righties. Talk about efficient too. Only 56 pitches here in the 5th.
Duvall grounded out to lead off the Braves 3rd. Troubling stat for Atlanta this year. When the opposition scores first, the Braves are 1-10. Texas scored first on a 2-strike home run from Corey Seager. They added to their lead with a 2-strike single in the second. Zach Rex with his first major league hit cashed in a walk and a stolen base to plate the third Ranger run. That ball is grounded toward third. Knocked down Ibanez. Duvall hustling down the line, and he's out by a quarter step. Eric Young says check it out. We'll see if this call stands at first base. Duvall heading back like he knows he's out. Let's see. Bang, bang play.
The ball stayed right here in front of him enough where he was able to get just enough on it. I think he just got him.
Well, Travis Demeritte had the best luck. He hit the ball the other way and doubled for the second time. And he has scored the lone Atlanta run. That came in on Ronald's check swing single in the third. Dunning has been very impressive. He's throwing strike one to just about everybody.
And right now, this is a game where it's tough because the Braves in their lineup right now, only 2 left-handed hitters, Chip.
Yeah.
And he is really doing a good job on these righties. So getting that 91, kind of a power sinker.
He's had the Braves on their heels. He's thrown strike one to 13 of the 17 hitters tonight. He has not walked a batter. And with that inviting hole right side, not many have been able to fill it to this point. It's still 1-2. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a trend or not, but as you said, this is a very right-hand hitting Braves lineup. That's where the loss of Rosario hurt so much. Eddie, as you know, this week had his eye surgery. And as successfully as that went, we are told it's still an 8 to 12 week recovery period. Yeah. Check swing, little pop, and Lowe is there at first, and Dunning shuts down the Braves again in the fifth. 1, 2, 3, and out we go. It's 3-1 Rangers. Beautiful night in Arlington, Texas, where Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Great to have Kelly Kroll, Jeff Francoeur, and our fantastic Bally Sports South crew at Globe Life Field. Gretchen Caney, our producer, Mike Miller, our director, Drew Jenkins, Brandon Culpepper, Steve Cardamone, and a cast of thousands bringing you Braves baseball on the road tonight. See if Bryce Elder can have an easy frame and somehow get this Braves offense going. It's been a quiet night at the plate. Atlanta 1 run on 2 hits. Elder hurt by a couple of 2-strike mistakes, and then his second walk led to a third Ranger run. In the Texas fifth, Solak, Huff, and Lowe.
And all 3 runs tonight for the Rangers with 2 outs.
Yeah. But I will say this. Elder's at least giving himself a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
Instead of 4 or 5 walks again.
And this is exactly where he talked about playing with fire too much. If he had 5 or 6 walks tonight, this game would be 5 or 6 to 1 right now instead of 3 to 1. Very much in this game.
Two balls, 2 strikes. So a full count. Here we go. And chopped foul at third. Solak, the DH, walked and was the man thrown out at third base on the Sam Huff base hit in the second inning. He came off the bag. Again, the 3-2, and that missed badly inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk. Walk in the second, walk in the fourth, now one in the fifth for the Rangers. That sets things up for Sam Huff, who drove home a run on a 2-strike pitch. And action begins in the Atlanta bullpen. Spencer Strider is up and throwing. If Strider comes into the game, that would eliminate him as a potential starter for the Braves in Game 3 of the series. Atlanta has not announced who will begin the game. I'm sure Brian Snitker will tell Kelly Cole all about that on Braves Live.
I would think with the way the bullpen's been used lately, there's a good chance Strider's coming into this ball game today. One of the few that has not been used lately.
A 3-1 game in favor of the Rangers. Huff is a catcher. Let's see if Elder can get the ball on the ground. Runner holds the pitch way high. A sinker that didn't. 1 ball, no strikes. Wrap up the series here tomorrow. Then we make our way to New York. And a big date with the Mets. Late swing there. It's an even count. Hard to believe we've reached the end of April. A win tonight gets the Braves back to 500 in the season's first month. But got some work to do tonight in the middle innings, down by 2 runs. Dansby's got it. There's the bang bang play at second, and they call him out. Boy, I don't know about that one.
That is going to be close.
Nick Solak called out. And he's going to make his way to the first baseline. Doesn't even bother to challenge, so he would know best.
No, I got him.
The Braves do get him at second base on a very close play.
Dansby got this one kind of stuck in his glove here and couldn't get it out.
Ooh. Yep, I got him.
Yep.
And so with a man aboard, the Braves won't let Elder go through the lineup a third time. Bryce will depart trailing by a 3-1 count. His family's so proud of his effort tonight as Spencer Strider on for the Braves here in Game 2.
Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Ronald Acuna Jr. has the lone Braves RBI tonight. It's a 3-1 Texas game, and with the man aboard, 1 out, Atlanta takes down Bryce Elder and brings on Spencer Strider.
I see Spencer when we all know with the big arm. If there's one kind of thing right there that you look at that stands out, Chip, 8 walks in 9 innings. Same kind of deal when he has such good stuff and high velocity. If he can limit the walks, it's gonna be tough to get 2-3 hits in a row off him.
And the beauty for Spencer, he's stretched out. He can give you multiple innings in relief. As we go to the top of the order, Nathaniel Lowe, the first baseman, and that's in for a strike. This guy's got easy cheese. That was a slider. As Lowe took it, he's 0 for 2 in the game. Elder so far 3 runs allowed. The man at first, Huff, is his responsibility. One ball, 1 strike. Even for experienced big league pitchers, it's tough to pitch at this level, even tougher to learn on the job. And that's what Strider and Elder are doing for Atlanta this year. The pitch is downstairs. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, that's the thing. We've seen at times him be completely dominant. The thing I think we can agree on, Chip, that you have to do is be able to do it consistently up here.
Discriminating strike zones for big league hitters. And that's ball 4. 2 on with 1 man out.
Now let's go back and take a look at Austin Riley's great play on Marcus Semien back in the 3rd inning. A ball he got off the end of the bat. Kind of that in-between hop. And Austin does a good job to knock it down, make a great throw on this. Zaxby's indescribably good play. Like you said, 3 errors in the last 78 games. Outstanding work by Austin Riley.
But you can't defend the walk. 2 of them in the inning for the Braves. 1 by Strider, 1 by Bryce Elder. And this pitch hit high in the air toward right by Semien. And Demeritte hardly had to move. And the throw coming in toward 3rd. It's off target. That's the only advance. Moving up is Sam Huff. That's the 2nd out, and Seager's coming up. Seager homered on an 0-2 pitch. As we said, the first Rangers shortstop to homer in 3 consecutive games since Elvis Andrus. Elvis was a Braves farmhand for quite a while. Was part of the big Mark Teixeira trade.
Yep. Neftali Feliz, Matt Harrison, and Saltalamacchia.
See if the Braves can shut down the inning here. Little pop into left, but that's going to carry out to Marcel on the first pitch. And indeed, that is the case. Texas gets 2 walks, can't bring them home. Dansby leads off Atlanta's 6th. Now it's a 3-1 game. It had been a struggle the first couple of weeks for the lower 3rd for the Braves lineup. But Jeff, over the last week, they're starting to turn things around.
Yeah, there's a reason the Braves are starting to score more runs. Bottom of the lineup feeding the top of the lineup. Previous 14 games, they only hit 181 with 10 runs. Dansby last 7 games now, 364 to 462 on base percentage.
So he'll start things off for the Braves against Dane Dunning.
It'd be nice to get a couple of guys on this inning and see him work from the stretch and have to. He's got to be able to throw a clean game besides Demeritte's double.
2 stretches of 7 hitters in a row retired for Dunning. 7 to start the game. 5 of those via strikeout. And after Ronald Acuna's check swing hit in the 3rd, he's set down 7 straight since. He's really done an excellent job, I think, Jeff, of changing speeds tonight.
Well, talking to a couple of the Rangers TV guys, they were telling me he's throwing that righty on right changeup this year, something he has not done in years past. You just saw that right there. It goes right off that 2-seamer, but about 6-7 miles per hour or less. So it was a good pitch.
And Dansby reaching for that. Seager on the run. Quick release. Got him by a step. 1 out. 8 in a row retired. And Tommy Glavine talked about that all the time when he went to New York. Rick Peterson, his pitching coach with the Mets, asked him why he wouldn't throw that changeup into left-handed hitters.
Lefty, yep.
And the analogy that he used was, you're like a golfer who's allowed 14 clubs. You're only using 7. Why not use that big weapon?
Yeah, and look, it's not for everybody.
Right.
I think for a guy like this, so that's 91, 92, and can sink it, the changeup plays off that really well. You know, if you're 99, 100 straight fastball, yeah, it's not as effective.
Acuna has his first RBI of the year. He's the DH tonight. This one is squibbed towards second. Side saddle grab by Semien. 9 up, 9 down. This guy is just wearing out the turf. 2 quick outs. The MLB Ballpark app completes your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. No flyouts for Dunning.
Yeah, nothing but strikeouts and groundouts. And we talk about his pitch count. Look at that, 69 pitches still here in the 6th inning with 2 outs.
Matt Olson grounded out. And that in on his hands. 1 ball, no strikes. Tardy on the fastball. It's sunk. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's driven toward left, but right at Rex. He's got it. 10 up, 10 down for Dane Dunning. He is cruising and leads 3-1. That covers the field opened up today. The single structured retractable roof covers 5.5 acres and weighs 24 million pounds. And opened up beautifully around 4 o'clock local time.
Quick too.
Yeah.
Didn't take long.
Nope. This is a great ballpark. First time here.
Glad we could see the roof open like this too. It's a beautiful night.
Except for the score where Texas leads by a 3-1 count. Braves got their first flyout in the game. And look, we're stretching for positives when you have 1 run on 2 hits through 6 innings. But you got to start somewhere as Strider goes to work. Garcia, Calhoun, and Ibanez coming up. And it was late. At 98 miles an hour, it's 0-2. This is Adolis Garcia. His brother Adonis played for the Braves back in 2015 through 2017. And Strider blew that right on by. A legit 100 miles an hour, and that's his first strikeout.
That's just rearing it back and beating him to the spot.
Here's Calhoun. He's flied out and rounded out. He's loose now.
Yeah, I would say so. And he's finding the zone.
Velocity's great, but if it's not close enough to get a swing, it's not going to do you much good. And Strider raring back and firing. That just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Spencer's not a big burly guy. It's amazing how much velocity he can generate.
Yeah.
And at the knees, again 100.
I would say he's nice and loose right now.
Yeah, warm night.
Easy cheese.
You think about guys like Pedro Martinez. He wasn't a big guy, but wiry, strong. He can fire it up there in the high 90s. Sharply hit, but Matt's going to scoop that up for the second out. And Strider gets a ground ball out. Andy Ibanez, the hitter. He's reached twice. Let's enjoy a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese. Remixed by Zaxby's.
Ibanez has singled, walked, stolen a base, and scored. So he's got a 5-game hitting streak. Braves are trying to interrupt that tomorrow in the series wrap-up. And late swing there, out of play to the right. Little pop. Little carry out to Duvall in center, and Strider breezes through the 6th inning. All right, it's getting serious now. Late innings. Austin Riley leads up. It's a 3-1 game. Texas leads it. When the Braves come back home, we'll celebrate Henry Aaron with special celebrations during Hank Aaron weekend. The Braves will wear their throwback 74 jerseys on Friday and Saturday, May 6th and 7th. We'll have the Hank Aaron barrier breaker figurine presented by Delta to the first 15,000 fans at the ballpark. So we hope you'll join us. Go to Braves.com/Hank Aaron Week. After the Braves finish up with the Mets, we've got a 3-series homestand. Milwaukee for 3, Boston 2, and the Padres come in for their lone visit.
First ball we've kind of seen Phil Cousy behind the plate give a little bit off the dish. Tough for a 1 call.
But he's been around the plate. As Dunning. The Braves just have not been able to square him up at all.
No, and really not, besides a demerit double down the right field line, not put any pressure at him at all. He's been able to kind of be in a nice rhythm.
He's retired 10 straight Braves hitters. He set down the first 7. And this one on the ground. Another play for Seager. All the outs in the glove of the catcher, Huff, or on the ground of this infield, with the exception of Olson's fly out in the 6th inning. And he's retired 11 straight.
He's getting a lot of weak contact. You can tell he's got the hitters off balance quite a bit.
Again, this is a man that has not won in his last 11 games. He's winning tonight by a 3-1 count. His career high in innings, in case you wondered, is 7. He's 2 outs away from equaling that in the middle game of this series. 5 of the first 6 Braves hitters struck out. Since the start of the 3rd inning, they've gotten only 1 strikeout. But as Jeff said, not any pressure and not much hard contact. That ball is smoked, but right to the 3rd baseman. Easy flip from Ibanez. 12 up, 12 down, 2 away. Hope you stick around for the stretch. That's presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Braves entered play today. Loving the long ball. Hit 28 of them, most in the major leagues. But tonight, no home runs.
Can't get the ball in the air.
Nope.
Travis's line drive down the right field line, as you said, the Olson pop up to left field. Everything else, either strikeout or ground ball.
And a swing and a miss for Ozzie Albies. He's 0 for 2.
That's the thing. If you're these hitters right now, you tell yourself, hey, let's try to work. You can't work his pitch count. He is filling up the strike zone right now. Every time a Braves hitter walks in right now, it feels 0-2-1-2.
And Jeff, 81 pitches. He's 2 outs into the 7th inning. Only 23 pitches have missed the strike zone. And back out of play. Still 0-2. Texas will have the bottom part of its order coming up. First the pitch. And a swing and a miss. He's equaled his career high with 7 innings. He has struck out 7 Braves, and he's retired 13 in a row. Rough night for the Braves as we send you to the stretch. Turf might need to be replaced in time for game 3 of this series. Kelly Kroll. The Braves are beating the ball into the turf against Dane Dunning, and it's a different surface than the Braves are used to. Am I correct?
Yeah, it certainly is, and I was going to say they could use some offense, but their defense tonight has been pretty solid once again, and that means they've taken to this turf here at Globe Life Field very quickly, because in talking to some of the guys, you know, it's a very fast surface. It's got that sandy underlayer. It's not the black rubber pellets, which in talking to Dansby Swanson, he said, you know, we had something similar at Vandy, and the more sand you add, the faster it plays, the more the ball skids rather than bouncing off. But one of the things he pointed out that is also very tricky here, he said the cutout is way deeper here than Atlanta in the infield, so you kind of have to play in front of the cut to keep the same sort of rhythm and tempo for ground balls as usual. An adjustment that he said he actually made in game last night after talking to Wash. And then I also asked Austin Riley about it over there at third, and he said, you know, at third I'm okay, it's pretty much the same, but when I play in the shift, I have to think about it because it's a lot different over there in the hops that it's taking. So certainly they're adjusting on the fly out here, gentlemen, but they've made it look good defensively so far this series.
Yeah, and Kelly, to add on to that, Ron Washington told me it was a great teaching moment for me with some of these young pups out here. He said they come out here, and I told them not every infield's the same. Some are a little deeper than others. So he said I counted the steps to let them know, and he said this one's 2 or 3 deeper than what they're used to. So he said I was able to teach them a few things, but definitely a different infield. It's quick, it's fast, you're seeing that. And you know, for a ground ball pitcher right now, that's the other thing you see. Dansby, d'Arnaud, some of these soft ground balls that maybe you have a chance at home to beat them out. Here, routine plays.
Can't give the Rangers any more now. Home 7th coming up as Strider back to work. We'll have Zach Rex, Nick Solak, Sam Huff. Rex his first major league hit, and an RBI and a run scored in game 2. An unforgettable night for Zach, who was born in Chicago. First time in his big league career he's got a batting average, as he started 0 for his first 11 as a major league hitter. But he will forever be in the baseball encyclopedia after his 4th inning single. He's behind 1-2, and Strider throws that right on by. When Spencer throws strikes, you can see how devastatingly effective he can be. Good start to the home 7th. Let's enjoy now a quick message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
After a walk from Strider to start his 5th inning, he's now set down 6 straight. Here's Solak. He's walked twice. And the subplot to this game was the homecoming of Bryce Elder. When you see a young pitcher, you look for improvements from start to start. And while Bryce, I'm sure, I know, wanted to win the game, wanted to pitch deep into the game, the improvement for him, Jeff, much better command even on a night where he walked 3 hitters.
Yeah. He's able to get ground balls, get out of it again, and Strider hadn't pitched in a while, so perfect opportunity to let him eat some innings up and keep this score right at 3-1.
And he blows away Solak. That's 3 strikeouts, and he's now set down 7 straight. .11 strikeouts combined in this game. We have 4 runs and 6 hits. Here's Huff. He has one of the hits, an RBI single. So he's 1 for 2. He is just rearing back and letting it rip.
Yeah, right at you.
On a weekend where the Rangers will be honoring Nolan Ryan. I'll bet if Nolan's watching this game, he's enjoying this guy's 98-mile-an-hour gas.
A lot of heat.
A swing and a miss. Strider just struck out the side. Made that look easy. 4 punch outs for Spencer Strider. Zach Rex, swing and a miss. Nick Solak, swing and a miss. Same story for Sam Huff. Braves bats are down 2. We go to the 8th. Just been announced. They include Brian Snitker with the World Series trophy, Eddie Rosario's NLCS MVP, Ronald's bat flip, Tyler Matzik, Ian Anderson, and Charlie Morton. There's also an Ozzie Albies giveaway too. Check out all of the giveaways and get your tickets at Braves.com/promo. Well, it's gotten late. We're in the 8th inning. The Braves have been set down 13 up, 13 down. They have a run, 2 hits. And the RBI came on an excuse me Acuna single. But you're blooping a blast away from tying it up.
Got to get a base runner at some point here.
Garneau is struck out and grounded out. And steps out on Dane Dunning. He's only thrown 84 pitches.
What's his high on the year?
89. As the Ranger came in 21. His last outing threw 88 pitches. That was against the Astros. And he's been so good, I can't remember him falling behind 2-0 to anybody.
No, he has been dominant from really the first pitch tonight. Complete control.
Sharply hit, but right to the third baseman. And a perfect throw. 14 straight are retired. And the Braves make solid contact there, hitting it right to Ibanez or Seager on the left side. 1 away.
Again, he's just getting ground balls. It's been tough out there. Chuck Norris.
Here's Adam. He's played pepper with Ibanez. Who has 5 assists at third base. Need to get Adam going. He's at $187. There's action in the Texas bullpen.
I think they'd have anybody come in right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think if anybody could pitch any better than this kid. But he knows the thunderous nature and potential of the Braves offense. As Dennis Santana is getting ready. 2 balls and a strike.
The first hitters count. Braves have been into a long time. 3-0 to Olson in the third, and 2-0 to d'Arnaud here in the 8th. Other than that, 0-2-1-2.
3 balls and a strike. Swing and a fly ball had him off stride. It's hammered toward left. Leaping try and mistimed. And Adam Duvall is going to stand at second with a 1-out double. Rex kept drifting. That ball kept carrying, and he couldn't make the grab.
Yeah, that's one where Duvall was able to get enough on it, but Chip, this ball's got to be play's got to be made in the outfield. You see, he kind of just drifted at it and then kind of jumped instead of running and getting back. As an outfielder, you're taught sprint to the spot, really the intercept point. Break for the Braves. See if they can take advantage.
Well, the hottest hitter right now is the man in the batter's box. Demeritte has doubled and scored. There's the base hit, tying run to the plate in a 3-1 game. Can the Braves steal one in Texas before a huge partisan Braves crowd?
So they got the chop going here.
On the ground to third. Ibanez got rid of it fast. Demeritte swings to the first and rolls out. No advance. 2 away, and here's Dansby. Another assist for Ibanez at the hot corner. Braves are 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Let's see what they can do with 2 outs. Dansby's trying to keep a 4-game hitting streak working.
Even just a knock here to get you within 1 run. You get the feeling that Dunning coming up now on the 94th pitch. It might be the last inning.
Acuna's on deck. How about a single and a homer? Pitch. Big breaking ball in for a strike. So after the double, Dunning's gotten Dansby down 2 strikes.
That haven't thrown more than 16 pitches in an inning.
He's been in complete command. He set down the first 7 in a row with 5 strikeouts. Braves got an Acuna base hit. Then he retired 14 in a row before Duvall's double here in the 8th. And Dansby a roller foul at third. That's about all that Ibanez hasn't caught. And Swanson gets another swing here. 7 assists for Ibanez, 3 for Seager. 10 ground balls to the left side of this Texas infield. A 1-2. It's chopped toward third. That's a fair ball. Can't get it out of his glove, and Dansby will beat it out. And Acuna's coming up with 2 aboard. There's a huge break.
I see Chris Woodward coming to the top step. Wonder if this is going to be it.
Little indecisive.
Well, just that little fumble of the ball allowed Dansby with great speed to keep the inning alive.
So Woodward's going to go to his bullpen, and the Braves are happy about that. Dunning was brilliant, but the Braves have a 2-out 8th inning threat.
Your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Back at Arlington. At Globe Life Field, Braves have first and third for Ronald Acuna Jr., but they'll face Dennis Santana, who follows Dane Dunning. 7 2/3 innings of 4-hit brilliance.
And he has been good, Chip, since he has come to Texas from L.A. Only 3 of 31 hitters, inherited runners, have scored when he's come in the ball game.
Well, you know, Ronald is just itching to do something momentous tonight. Let's see if he can work the count a bit and then pick on something and turn this game around. Braves need a spark. You got the right guy up there, albeit with 2 outs. And that missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Originally, I'd given Dansby a hit, and they just changed it to an E5.
Really?
Yeah. I guess that bobble.
Well, the base runner counts no matter what. Pitch is high, ball 2. Now it can hit anybody's fastball. Santana in a pressure-packed moment for the Rangers. Acuna's last homer last July 7th. The pitch. Slider nipped the outside corner.
Almost got the feeling that might have been a makeup call
for the pitch prior.
For the pitch prior, yeah.
Well, we heard the guys on the stretch talk about the long ball for the Braves. They've hit a bunch of them. This would be a great spot for number 29. The pitch. Fooled him off speed. Slider, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, we've seen Ronald a couple times go to that right side, playing a huge shift on him right here. So with 2 strikes, you'd love to see him keep the line moving with Matt Olson coming up 2 base hits and RBI. You'd love 2 or even 3, but get 1.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Good take. So now advantage for Atlanta. Dansby Swanson, who reached on the E5, will be off with the pitch. A ball in the gap. You figure he'll score from first and tie the game. But you got to make contact, and that's been a problem for the Braves tonight, who have struck out 7 times. The stretch. Swanson leads. There he goes. Pitch. Swing and a hot shot towards short. Seager's got it. His throw to first is in time. And that ends the Atlanta threat. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. Texas still up 2.
Jeep Ram. And by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Texas hangs on to their 3-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Spencer Strider back to work. He's been terrific. Through 2 2/3 innings, he's allowed just 1 base runner. That was a walk to the first man he faced. And he's doing, Jeff, what we've seen the Braves bullpen do so often. Even in a game they're trailing, this relief corps gives the offense a chance to catch up.
The other thing it does, it gives those other guys down there rest, a night off. So you use 2 pitchers like this, you're in the ball game,
right?
Very much. And you go into tomorrow's game and the next 4 in New York with a full bullpen.
Spencer has struck out 4 guys. He struck out the side in the 7th. Now he goes to the top of the order, and Nathaniel Lowe, who's 0 for 2 and a walk. And as we said, Strider's gotten loose, and this is what makes him such an intriguing pitcher. When he throws strikes, nobody touches him.
Well, and last inning you saw he wasn't even trying to trick anybody with a slider. He was coming straight gas.
In the blink of an eye, Lowe's down 2 strikes. See you later. He has struck out 4 in a row and 5 in total. So he's set down 9 straight. Semien coming up. First, a quick message from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
Semien tonight is 0 for 3. Riley robbed him of a hit back in the 3rd inning. That's back to the mound. Moral victory for Semien. He made contact. 2 outs.
Well, and that's the time he fooled him. He threw a first pitch slider, and you saw Semien getting ready for that 100, and he kind of just check swing nubber back to the pitcher.
So here's Seager. The unfortunate thing in this game is that the Rangers have two-strike run-scoring hits on 0-2 counts. Seager's homer made it 1-0 in the first, and he ambushes the first one and drives it toward right. That's going to be easy, and a great job by Spencer Strider. 3 2/3 innings of nearly perfect relief. Last chance for the Braves. They're down 2. Right guys are coming up. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Marcell Ozuna, and hopefully Ozzie Albies too. It's 3-1 Texas.
Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Great entertainment complex here at Globe Life Field, the old ballpark just off the distance in left field. AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, and the new home of the Rangers has been unfriendly for the Braves tonight. They're down 3-1, and Joe Barlow, their closer, will try to nail down a 2-run win. They'll face Matt Olson first, who's 0 for 3 in the game. And Olson didn't get that. A big swing and a miss. Olson, the only Brave that's seen Barlow before. He's 0 for 3.
He's got great numbers since he's been up here with Texas. See that good slider he's got. Just for him, not many opportunities to save games this year. So 11 out of 12 last year.
0-2. Bases empty in the 9th already. And on 3 pitches, Matt Olson is retired. Matt's really struggling. 5 for his last, 45 at the plate. Our Xfinity game break is what's ahead for the Braves. We wrap up the series here tomorrow. Our coverage at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Braves have not announced their starter for that yet. And of course, the big series with the division leading Mets starting Monday night at Citi Field. The Braves have their top starters lined up for the Metropolitans. Here's Riley 0 for 3. Braves need a base runner. They could use more than one. The only inning where they've had more than one base runner, the 3rd, and again an inning ago in the 8th. Rangers pitching has been in total command. On the ground, Seager. Riley is out number 2.
I mean, yeah, they just have not been able to, give themselves any chances really, except the last inning. Rangers pitchers tonight doing a great job of keeping the ball on the ground, getting some strikeouts, and really a Braves team that has been swinging the bats much better. 4 home runs last night. Tonight been tough to come by.
Great job by Spencer Strider. That's the bright spot tonight. 3 2/3 innings of 5 strikeout ball.
No hits. He was outstanding.
Need a base runner. Ozuna the final hope. And that's off the plate. Ball 1.
And 2-0 to Marcell. Let's find a way to get on base.
You got Albies waiting next. Rangers have a slight shift on. Semien almost behind the second base bag. Low well off the line at first. Pitch. Outside corner strike. Now we're down to our last swing.
Slider disappearing from Barlow.
Two and two, 2 outs, 2-run deficit. And Barlow ready. And here it is. Two and two. Here it comes. High fly ball center field. That ball's deep, drifting back, still going back, but slowing. And that is the ball game. Garcia almost misplayed that into an extra base hit. But the Braves are silenced in Arlington tonight. They struck out 8 times, had no answer for Dane Dunning. As Bryce Elder back home in Arlington, Texas, the tough luck loser. And Jeff will play the rubber game here tomorrow afternoon.
Only the 7th win of the season for the Texas Rangers. Not a lot has gone right, but tonight by far their most dominating pitching performance from Dunning and the rest of that bullpen. Braves pitchers, look, Elder, Strider did their job. 3 runs through 8 innings, gave the Braves a lot of opportunities. Just could not get the bats going today. With that being said, again, you get a chance to come tomorrow, win the series again, and make it 2 winning series in a row before you head to that big 4-game up in Gotham.
And with a quick turnaround, cold comfort, but you have a 2-hour and 16-minute game. Hopefully some rest and recuperation will get the guys ready to win their 2nd series in a row against Texas. The Braves will announce their pitcher for tomorrow's game, Jeff, on Braves Live in just a few minutes.
2:16. When's the last time that's happened?
It's been a while. Our
Come
coverage
back and get it tomorrow.
Our coverage starts tomorrow at 2 on Bally Sports Southeast. For Kelly Kroll and Jeff Francoeur and our entire crew, I'm Chip Carey. Thank you for joining us. Rangers win game 2, 3-1 your final. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.